Lord of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. Beyond sight. Beyond sight.
What's up? What's up? Another episode of Sight Beyond Sight. I'm here, your host with the most, Nick. We got the other host over here, Andrew.
What goes with the most? Fuck, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's some shit like that. Yeah, I think it was Beetlejuice. But
And-
yeah, it is me. You already know.
And another co-host for this segment, Marissa.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, give me nothing.
That is the jumping Jeff form of podcasting.
Yep. Oh man. So this is another In Search of Horror series, and today we saw Quiet Place 2.
Actually, in the movie theater.
Actually in a movie theater. This is my
Which
first,
was actually fun.
I think, since COVID movie
Mhm.
theater experience.
Yes.
Which was a really good feeling. Really, really good. We're gonna do the quick breakdown like we usually do, give
Mhm.
our opinions on it, and then rate the movie.
Yep.
So
Yes.
take it away, Marissa.
Okay. So, first of all, because we've gotten complaints before, just to let you know, spoilers.
Spoilers.
So basically, the movie starts off in the past, and it kind of shows you day one of the events that happens that they wind up, being invaded by these alien creatures. And you find out that, they live in like a small town, and it's kind of like one of those small towns. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's at the kids' baseball game, like kind of thing. And they're at a baseball game, and while the kid is playing, you see this thing falling from the sky, and everybody just kind of looks up, freaks out, and just starts running to their cars. Nobody knows what's really going on. They don't know if they're being bombed. They don't know if it's they have no clue. So they all go running to their cars. And now, if you remember from the first one, there's the family with John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, and there was the three kids, right? So you see, they had come in separate cars, so they kind of split off. The dad and the deaf girl go towards his truck, and then the mom and the two other kids go into the van they're supposed to meet at home. But they can't even get out of this little like town square, which I thought was kind of funny. It's like it happened so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing looks like it fell far, far away, like they would have time. But
that's what happens in a little town. Like that's like being on Main Street or something. You in a little ass area, everybody's trying to go crazy.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. Like COVID almost got us there. I was waiting.
Yes. So so was Angela. So it winds up and they also introduce their friend who's played by Cillian Murphy, and he has a kid that's in their baseball team or whatever, and he seems like a little bit more rough, a little bit more like rugged kind of guy, but they all kind of split up or whatever. And they just basically show the chaos that ensued and how nobody knew what was going on. But apparently, somehow the dad figured out it was sound. I don't know how he figured it out. I couldn't find the 1 + 1 = 2.
How did he figured it out in the first movie?
No. In the flashback.
We're talking about the preview.
Okay.
Okay.
I get what you mean now. And that part, and because I was thinking the same shit.
Yeah.
I was like, how the hell did he just be like, oh, shut the fuck up? Like, how did you know that? But I guess like I don't know. Because they never really said what he does. But when he was talking to homie that is in the movie that helps someone later on, the family,
Cillian Murphy,
he asked him a question like, yo, have you heard some shit like about military type shit?
Oh, because because the guy's brother was in the military, and they're probably near a military base.
They never really say what this dude does, so we don't really know why he is as smart as he is.
Right.
Yeah.
And he seems to work with his hands because his hands are all greasy and like whatever. So regardless, that was a little suspect to me.
Yeah.
And how amazingly him and his daughter know how to run as a team, very fucking well.
That was,
Like
that was awesome.
like
Yeah.
it was like she knew exactly where to go, and he
That's
just
the
like
way to do it. Yo, you small, you gotta go low. I go high. Like, yo, dead ass. I'm treating my yo. If I don't have a kid,
you're gonna run drills and everything.
You're gonna be so ready. It's gonna be ridiculous.
So so then it just flashes back to the end of the last movie after the husband had died. They had figured out how to kill the thing. They killed it or whatever. So they get their supplies up, and the girl grabs a map, and she's trying to figure out where the she lights the fire. If you remember, for the first one, the guy lit the fire for a couple of days trying to get like it was kind of like the Lord of the Rings thing. If one fire goes and the next fire goes, kind of thing. And nothing ever happened. And then finally she does it, and then they see the fire. So she looks on the map, finds out where the fire is, and that's where they head off. And they've got the baby, the brand new newborn, in a box with like rigged with like a oxygen tank, so that the baby has air, which to me is so fucking weird. I don't know how they carried all that shit, because
it was a lot of shit.
They had a lot of shit, and the oxygen tanks are heavy.
Yeah, that's just easy 10 pounds just the tank alone.
Right. So you're carrying that plus a newborn baby in an insulated wooden box. It's not like it was like they had a stroller they could use.
I mean, they were carrying it for 464 days, so I'm figuring about 100, like 120 something days.
They weren't carrying it for that long.
Yeah.
No, the baby wasn't one yet.
The baby wasn't born until the first.
Right, but they weren't carrying the oxygen tank that whole time. They were only carrying it from the farm to this new place.
All right, so they were probably carrying it. That's still 100 and something days.
No,
Easy.
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was like 4 or 5 days.
It's because it said
One
day.
Oh no, yeah, my fault.
474.
I got it. Yeah, my fault. I was like, wait, all right. I was drinking in the movie. Yeah. Yo, but imagine, like, son, your arm would be crazy.
Yo, that mom would be so diesel right now. She'd be like this, and so the boy, he would be all like jacked.
Hell yeah.
And then
It
this is
so soft.
the boy. The boy was soft from day one. He was soft at his baseball game, and he was nothing hardened this kid, right? And his scream is something to behold. I've never heard a kid scream like that.
Nah,
it was blood curdling. That's what I think of a blood curdling scream. That kid had a blood curdling scream.
Yeah, and you never heard it before because you never knew a kid that got his foot stuck in a bear trap.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, okay. So let's get. Well, first of all, they don't wear shoes, which I find to be strange because you could actually like even if you wore socks, like heavy wool socks, it would still protect your feet a little bit from walking on nature.
They wanted the real callus on their feet. They wanted to be able to climb trees and shit. Like.
Meanwhile, Silly is walking around with work boots on. Climb.
I would have been too.
You would have had your Timbs on, like fuck that shit. So anyway, so they find this other. It's like a factory, some weird factory. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
But as they're walking through the factory, somebody's watching them walk. And they hit a booby trap, and the booby trap, which is really mean, is like a tripwire and like clanking bottles come down. So of course, as soon as the noise comes, like the monsters come running and they start hauling off. And at first, the little boy was in the back, and he had the most petrified look on his face, like he was gonna shit himself.
He got in front of them after a point. That's
what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. But then he ran, and also they were carrying the most awkward shit.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, the mom had a book bag, right? Like a rucksack kind of thing. Her and her daughter are both holding this wooden box. The daughter's carrying like a speaker and a megaphone. And then the son's carrying this weird round sack. Like you couldn't find anything else. Yeah. Like it was the most awkward, cumbersome bunch I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, I thought the baby was in the box the whole time.
He was well. Sometimes it was in the box. Sometimes she was holding it in what is that thing, like a baby Bjorn type of thing,
whatever that shit is called.
So he's running and not looking. If you're smart, you're gonna see there was one trap. There's gonna be more traps. So what did you run with your eyes down? But he didn't, and he got his foot caught in a bear trap. But then they did the epic thing that they figured out in the first movie, and put the ear thing
It's
into
like
the
sound waves,
speaker,
basically,
and
yeah.
like the thing went crazy, and the mom shot it with the shotgun and killed it. So they get inside, and there's obviously things still following them because they just rang off another gunshot, so that's more noise.
Basically.
So they get saved by this guy, and he puts him into a furnace. Not obviously, it's not a working furnace, it's not on it, but it's a furnace. And they figure out that it's the guy that they knew from the town, and he didn't want to help them, and all this other bullshit. But what's interesting is they set up for like bad things to happen, right? Because like you go into the furnace, the latch comes down, but the guy had a towel to block the latch, so like when you're inside, it doesn't close like a bank vault.
Yeah.
That's what I was imagining.
Yeah,
like,
that's
it
what I
looks
was
like-
thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that whole time, why would you go in the furnace though? Like, how do you trust this man? Like, you dead ass.
I
fell
think she
into a
knew
bell
him.
trap.
I think she knew who it was
Like,
from the get, even though he was
I guess
wearing
maybe
like
because you seen that, maybe his like you recognize the eyes.
yeah. Because like he was wearing a baseball cap and he had like a bandana around
Mm.
his face. But if you see somebody day in and day out,
Yeah.
like I don't know. And plus Cillian Murphy has a specific set of eyeballs.
I
Like
don't even know who the hell that guy is.
yes, you do. He played Scarecrow. He played
He played a lot of things. I'm just trying to think. Now I'm doing a blink of
what's
everything.
the show? The Peaky Blinders. He
doesn't
did.
watch
Yeah, I don't know what the
shit.
fuck a Peaky
Um,
Blinders is.
What else did he? He's been
he
in a lot of
played
movies.
A psychopath in a few movies.
Yeah, he's plays a good.
I don't know. He
psychopath.
just didn't.
He's a weird-looking
I didn't
dude.
recognize him honestly. He just was some Carrie person
Wow.
that
And-
looked like he was scared of everything.
No, he was just highly depressed.
Yeah,
So
nah, he was scared.
so they treat the boy's wounds. I don't know how honestly he actually got like he's moving around, but his foot was in a bear trap, and the mom says it didn't hit the bone. So it must have been a really shitty bear
It
trap.
probably got him high. Maybe he was just fucking lucked
He got
out.
him in his cat.
Yeah.
But still, can you imagine how much pain you would have to be in if metal was in your
Yeah.
meat?
Yep.
Like there's no way. And if I was the mom, I'd be like, yo, you're not getting up from the spot. You got to keep it elevated because they have no supplies. No supplies. They basically just like sanitized it with vodka, and it
Yeah.
was like dirty vodka. It did not look like it was like clean vodka.
Actually, at a point in time, I really thought the kid was gonna drink it. There was a point.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
movie-
yeah.
I was like, oh, he's
Me
gonna
too.
get drunk and kill the baby. Oh,
Yeah, I thought that too, to be honest.
So while they're like sitting there and the sister's trying to console the brother while he's like in pain, they put the headset on, and they have a stereo, and they put the headset on, and she's like just kind of flipping through the channels, even though like there's no channels that work, it's all static. But she slowly starts going through, and then finally they hear music, and it's Beyond the Sea,
yes.
I think.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh my God, he freaks out. And then the sister gets an idea. Well, if I find where they're broadcasting from, because it has to be close,
Mhm.
I can go to the station and put my earpiece to the thing and then broadcast that sound, and we could kill all these things.
Spoiler.
We already told them.
We spoiled a lot of little
Yeah.
things randomly.
So she decides, she tells her brother she's gonna go and get the job done. She finds out where it is. It's on an island. All she has to do is find a boat and get to the island. So she leaves. The boy freaks out, tells the mom. The mom then tells Cillian Murphy's character, you need to go get her. And basically was like, come on, man.
Mm,
We were boys. You can't do this like to me. Go save my daughter.
yeah.
And so he does. He goes to find her. She's at this point, and this is the only thing that's weird. I don't know how far things are from where they are.
Yeah.
So like she walks and she gets to like a train station because she just like walks along the train tracks, and because she realizes if she walks along the train tracks long enough, she'll get to water, which I don't know how that actually works.
the map.
Doesn't make
We
sense.
don't read maps, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
She said it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they get to the train tracks. She finds like an abandoned train. She goes in. I don't know why she goes in, why she thinks to go in, but she is kind of smart because she goes to like the conductor's cabin or whatever, and she winds up getting like a first aid
You
kit,
wanna
which is
know-
brilliant.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because she used to play video games before everything. That's dead ass. Like you like, nah, we got to see what we can find real quick, and then
Mhm.
be out.
So then and of course, she's trying to get the thing, and it's not easy to get because things, and situations and things and movie stuff that they make.
Movie shit happens.
Yeah, movie stuff happens to make it more dramatic or whatever.
That's
so,
what we'll call it. The movie shit happens when we don't want to spoil it. That's the best way to put it.
So she makes noise. The thing comes. She tries to do her little trick again. And then she tried to shoot it with a shotgun, but she's doing it like one-handed. She like misses or whatever. She can't recock the shotgun because, you know, apparently she doesn't know how to one-handed cock a shotgun. Her dad didn't teach her that before he died. So then, but Cillian Murphy comes, saves the day, shoots the thing in the back. She convinces him to like help her on her mission. Back and forth. Of course he's gonna help her because there would be no movie. So they're off to go find a boat, and in the meantime the mom knows that she needs to go get supplies because if she doesn't, her son's gonna die because sepsis and all kinds of bad shit that happens when you don't treat a wound, and pain, massive amounts of pain. So she tells him to watch the baby while she goes off. Oh, and also the baby's oxygen tank is running low, so she needs to get another oxygen tank. She walks all the way back to town to the pharmacy to go grab her shit. She's doing this all nice and successful and quiet, but of course the boy is restless, does stupid boy stuff.
Anxiety. He should have read Charlamagne's book. That's how but that's what that kid was that whole movie. Like he just had horrible just anxiety, just impatient. Because honestly, he could have been in that thing like at
chilling, chilling.
And he was just like, oh, I want to panic now.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
like
he was the worst character in this whole movie.
Yeah.
I was honestly thought he was gonna die.
Me too. I kept not hoping, but I kept thinking that him.
I was actually hoping.
I actually thought he was gonna wind up killing the baby because then he decides to like put the baby with the oxygen, and there was hardly any oxygen in there, and go venture for some fucking reason. There was no reason for it, but he went off to venture in this fucking warehouse. Everything makes noise in a warehouse. Come on, if anybody who's
it's
ever
a warehouse with mad steel metal pipes,
like all kinds of shit, it's stupid shit. So of course he makes all this fucking noise. And the thing goes after it, and he grabs the baby and he goes into the fucking furnace. And of course he doesn't put the towel where it's supposed to be. So he gets trapped in the furnace, no oxygen, no oxygen for the baby. He's dying. The mom's coming back and hears like clanking, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so she goes running. Now she's carrying 2 10-pound oxygen tanks.
Don't talk about Emily Blunt disrespectful, please.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying she was carrying it like it was like nothing. Plus the sack on her back that is now filled with drugs and
when you British, you could do that with that accent. You're allowed to do shit like that.
Oh, okay, so now I know.
Yeah. I think even she got worse in the first movie. She got pregnant and still was walking on like a 9-inch nail in her foot. And still was walking around like she didn't just give birth and her vagina's ripped open and everything. Like,
oh man,
so it doesn't always rip. Why do you?
Because it does. Did you ever seen a fucking head go through a vagina?
Anyway, so mom saves the day like moms do. But now they're kind of running out of oxygen. They're kind of things are not good. And it gets to the point where they leave them to go back to the other ones. They find the boat. They are very quiet, very meticulous, trying to get this boat. As soon as they go to untie a boat, they get ambushed by some crazy looking rednecks. And they look like they're kind of diseased too, or something. I don't know. Very Hills Have Eyes.
She had pink eye.
She had mad pink eye. They had mad pink eye and poison ivy rashes all over them. So, and what was so mean is that because they played the whole little girl I'm lost in the woods trick, and so she literally just puts a noose around his neck that's tied to like a fish net with all these clanky things on it, and she just kind of skips off like
that's what makes it creepy. Like, I would have grabbed that little girl's leg, bitch. Hope you can swim, motherfucker.
so one of the things so they but they take all the girls' stuff. For some reason, why would you take her ear thing? Like, that was just a dick move. I think that was them just
That's
being
what
dicks.
you gotta. Yeah, like when you being bad guys and being an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, so they took off. They took her ear thing out of her head because it's like literally like magnetically attached. So they
Yeah.
fucking snatched that shit.
And you fuck with that guy, whatever his name is, Tom, whatever his name is, whatever you call him,
Cillian.
Cillian.
Yeah. So then the only thing that you learn that Cillian's character learns in the very beginning when they're watching the baseball game is how to say dive, and he
Like
finds
sign
it funny
language.
in sign language.
Yeah.
So he found it funny. So they used it because they're on the dock, and he tells her with sign language to dive, and he basically snatches the big bad guy. She dives into the water, and he knows that once he moves, the things are coming. So he grabs the guy, the things start coming and attacking everybody, which is so funny because, like, I have to say one thing. What's the purpose of these aliens here? Because they don't necessarily eat the people. They just
don't
kind
have
of
a
like.
fuck- Well, we're gonna get to. I have. Well, I'll.
You
we'll
after I
do that,
finish it.
yeah.
Okay, so they're just like knocking people, stabbing people, killing people with their little claws and
Well-
stuff, ripping them apart and doing all the shit.
Can I just bring it back just a second because there's a funny part to me.
Oh, sure.
So when he grabs the guy and he has the the main bad guy, I guess, of the
Yeah.
boat people,
Yeah.
he ties him like he gets all the aliens to come after him because he has the bell still on him, wraps him around a pole
Mm.
with the bell stuff,
I was
and then
getting there.
takes out a knife and stabs him in his leg
Just
so the guy could yell. I was just like,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking
so
awesome. He was
mean.
just like, yo, fuck
That's
you.
what
But this
supposed
is
to
the
do.
part that got me mad. So he did that, right? He stabbed the guy in the leg. He still has a knife in his hand. Now he's in the water, still with the noose around his neck, which I'm not sure why he kept the noose on his neck.
Maybe
Anyway,
because it's a noose. I don't think it's that easy to.
Nah, yeah, he was
Not like
struggling
a-
because when he jumped in the water, you're gonna make the tension because of the way it was
right?
tied up.
Okay,
So he was already fucked. Like that's why he kept going up and down.
right. No, but
moving.
what I'm saying is he could have taken it off while.
Nah, that's not gonna
It's
be
a
that
noose.
easy. Especially when
Okay.
you hit the water, it's not
Okay.
gonna be that easy.
Okay, so then he also had a knife in his hand. Why not?
that part, yeah, that's
like,
what I was
why
thinking.
not this? You know, in the water, it'll still cut. Knives still cut in the water, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with because that's what when he was doing when all of the shit was happening. I was like, that's the part, my guy. Like after you stabbed him in the leg,
Mhm.
take the shit out, cut the shit off you, and jump in the water.
Yeah.
But he decided to jump straight in the water and left the
Yeah.
knife in him, and you lost your knife.
No, he had the knife in the water.
Nah, I didn't see him with the knife in the
He
water.
had
He
the
had the knife in the water.
I don't remember.
Yeah, nah, that
I
shit.
remember
I thought the
seeing it
line
and
snapped
going-
off of him.
No,
Yeah.
I remember seeing him with the knife in his one hand and he's trying to loosen the noose with the other. I was like, what the
Nah,
fuck
I didn't
is
see
going
that.
on?
All right, so maybe I missed that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So anyway, so then, but you know, the thing tore the guy apart, and so now he's kind of loose. He still has the noose on his neck, but you know, he's just trailing with like goo and stuff behind him. And in the meantime, the girl found another boat, looked like kind of like a rowboat kind of
Yeah.
thing,
Yes.
and like basically like helped him up into the boat, which is really fucking difficult. I don't know if you've ever tried to get in a boat from the water. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
That shit
But
is
they
mad
did
hard.
it
These
effortlessly.
people have been living
Yeah.
savage life. Like this. You got upper body strength and adrenaline. Yo, listen, if I can't, I would learn how to swim at that. My legs be
But-
moving.
But
Like,
to that point, we find out that these things can't swim.
Yeah.
So they tried to get on the boat that they loosened is now like floating in the water. So one of the things like jump on the boat and then try to jump after the guy who's in the water, but it like flails around a bit and then pretty much drowns. Then another one jumps on the boat, but obviously it learned from its friend who
Yeah,
just
yeah.
died.
he's seen that his boy ain't got no lower torso. They like worms with fucking extra legs. and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, some weird spidery creatures.
They kind of
spider
look like
worms.
Demogorgons in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
like there's
yeah,
like a
the way the
mixture
face
of
opens.
certain
Yeah.
creatures. Like that's why I'll get in
I
more of
kinda
that.
like
but yeah,
that.
like,
Okay, I don't like the whole open up the facing. I feel like it's been
Mhm.
done a lot, but I do kind of like how it's like panels of shields
yeah,
because
nah,
like
it's-
every other creature or
yes.
something has like armor on the body.
Mhm.
I can't think of one natural creature like a real live
a real
creature
life creature.
that shields its
It's
head.
Anteater. Anteater.
Oh yeah, it has that
Yeah.
little thing. But these creatures
sorry,
are like
I'm another-
basically have anteater things all
Yeah.
over the face.
Anteaters don't have shields over there. They have a
Anteaters
long
say,
No,
but
they
they
have
close
that
up.
thing that goes
Yeah,
like
because
this
their
above their
heads. Yeah.
head.
Boom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Or is that an armadillo? One of the two. Anteater,
Armadillo.
anteater.
Armadillo. Yeah.
armadillo. Yeah.
That's why I was like, anteater.
I knew what he meant.
Yeah.
The
I was
crazy
like,
thing
thought
is,
about it. I was
knew
like,
what
wait.
you meant,
Yeah.
even though you said the wrong thing.
Armadillo.
Armadillo.
Because I had to like once I said raw, I was like, oh wait, no, anteaters don't do that.
So they get on the boat, they get to this island, and they're like sneaking on the island and like just see what they see. And basically people are literally barbecuing, having a grand old time. There's a bonfire, everybody's like talking, yapping, and I love his face when he sees it. He's kind of like,
Yeah.
like almost like thank God, but like what the fuck at the same time.
Yeah.
So
that shit humbled everybody mad quick.
it really did. So basically they told him what happened. They found out pretty quick, or the National Guard found out pretty quick that these things can't swim. So they had told everybody to go to the shore, and then they had like all these boats kind of like set up to like get all these people to an island. But of course, people are fucking stupid and they can't fucking do shit in an orderly manner. So they all start fighting and screaming and shit.
Toilet
and the things
paper.
come. Toilet paper. Toilet paper.
Just throw that little out there.
Yeah.
Just to let you know how stupid people are.
Yeah. So they started making noise and the things come. And basically 2 out of the 12 boats survived. So that has to tell you something about humanity, that we're fucking retarded.
No, people would drown each other in the water to try to get to the boat that they already fucking lost. Like, that's how stupid people are these days.
But is it true that really was a take on all the stupid shit that happens every time there's something going on with us?
I think that's honestly why they pushed back the movie, because when it was supposed to come out, that happened.
Yeah.
And it's like that was like just sensitive towards the time. Like push it back.
Yeah. Although it probably would have been good for people to see, so they'd be like, "Look,
there's
they wouldn't
people
care.
those people, those type of people,
they're
do
not
not
gonna
give
listen."
a fuck.
They won't.
Yeah.
And I looked at when I was working my second job and how much water they were taking and all that, and I was just looking. I was like, you're the people like me that didn't buy 10 things of 40 packs of water so no one else can have it.
I'm setting you up.
So when I'm struggling for water, I'm coming in your house and killing your family and taking your shit. Just to let you know.
Like, I'm setting you up. Like, me and my boys I already have like 3 ways to set people up.
So anyway, so now they're like happy and they think, okay, great, we're gonna get our plan done, blah blah blah. But Cillian is like reflecting on everything, and he was on the beach and he hears like this weird noise, and of course, the boat that was floating around found its way to this island. And of course, the monstery thing was on this boat.
I honestly thought when I heard that, they were keeping one caged up. That's why I said, oh, of course. Because I was thinking like, oh, it's caged up in his bag.
The boat part?
Yeah, before you saw the boat.
Yeah.
I
It's
thought
just all you heard was like rattling. And it was very, you know why? You know what put that thought in your head? Watching yes, thank you. Watching Walking Dead.
That's why I didn't think that. I just knew they were fucked. Like, because there's all right, when you listen to the story that this guy said, who I always forget his name, but I love his accent, like the black dude.
Oh, the one from Blood Diamond.
Yeah. Like when he was explaining the story, like
he's like the head of this island of people.
Yeah. He basically telling them like, oh, we got here, like nobody knew, we giving clues. Like instead of like just telling people you could get here this way, they were doing the Under the Boardwalk song, like little clue, like so as you see
Beyond the Sea,
shit, yeah. So
because I don't think they wanted everybody to come because they only had limited resources.
But look what happened to them. This is what they get, nigga.
I just had to comment on his Under the Boardwalk. Like
under the boardwalk.
Is it under the boardwalk? That's where we gotta go.
He would never figure that shit out.
Like, listen,
Andrew would just be mad that he was out of weed. He'd be like,
I'll dead just be killing people for certain shit. But nah, on some real, like they weren't ready. Like you went there. Oh, we knew they couldn't swim. We live in a peaceful life. So you have nothing just in case. Nothing if they evolve. Nothing of anything.
True. Yeah.
Boom. That's what you get, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You were sitting there in your well. Yeah. Got him. I was dead ass enjoying that whole scene because I was just like, dumbass. Because I would
No, you
never
know
live
what?
comfortable knowing that there's another part of the world that I could die at. Like
Yeah.
if there's monsters there, them niggas were able to live on that. They're gonna evolve and they're gonna get hit.
So basically, what that put in my mind, like the whole island thing, like yo, if we lived in Puerto Rico, we'd be fucking set.
Oh, all right.
There's no
I
land.
could do a couple of
there's
years
no-
there and act like nothing's happening.
But listen, Puerto Rico has no bridges going to it. Like
Shit.
we would be screwed on Long Island unless they bombed all the bridges because they could
They
just
would.
cross the bridge.
They would bomb all the bridges. They
You
were
think
like,
so?
fuck all them.
Brooklyn would be like
We have like 75% Trump supporters out here.
yeah, bomb
They
them
bombing the
bridges.
shit.
Bomb
Them
them
niggas don't
bridges.
listen anyway.
So yeah, everybody runs. They get in this what do you call that? Like a convertible Mustang, old school Mustang that has a fucking soft top convertible. I'm like, oh,
That's how you know they were
worst
living
car
good.
ever.
No, he was living his life.
He
But
was
at least he
living
was
his life.
smart the way he did what he was doing because it was
Yeah.
smart. It's just what he did after. I was
Was
just
dumb.
like, you, Sam Jackson. What was that movie
Oh,
called?
the
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
You did the same thing. Why are you doing the speech right in the open area, my guy?
He wasn't doing a speech. He was okay. So they get to like the radio station and they go in through a large fucking garage. They don't have a door. They don't have a regular fucking door. You have to go in through the garage.
You have to go into the garage.
That's
That's the
dumb.
only way to do it because you
That was
gotta have the
dumb.
dramatic dive.
Movie
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes.
Movie stuff, stupid movie stuff. So of course he doesn't shut the freaking garage door all the way because he's like, I need to get back. I think we lost it, so it's gonna go back to the town and kill my whole family. And they're like, no, no, no. And as he's like basically saying family, it grabs his foot and he's gone. So basically, Blood Diamond is in the movie
I
for
am
like
not
5
dying
minutes.
from these days. Oh, the short- I'm sorry. I caught a flashback of it. I was just like, damn, two of my favorite black actors.
So then they sneak into or they get into the radio station and they're trying to like sneak around. And this thing is magic because apparently it's already in there. I'm like, we don't have to follow them in there. So I got confused with that. But again, movie stuff. Movie
It
stuff.
got in. It figured out like, oh, they're in there. They probably made
It
extra
softly
noise.
opened the door.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
These things
okay.
aren't dumb. That's
Yeah.
why we're gonna
They
have
no
what we
opposable
have.
thumbs, so they
Yeah.
can't. They can't. How are they gonna
I'm
open doors? They have
saying,
claws
listen,
like this.
you don't really need a thumb when you have fucking like 4 arms on each side of you.
Oh, so you could just put up
Yeah,
all your
you
arms
have
on a
2
doorknob
down
and
here
go
and
like
then
that.
2 up here.
Okay.
They're like super roaches. They're
Super roaches.
roaches.
So anyway, so then all this stuff, movie stuff. She gets in, she puts her ear thing to the microphone, and because she can't hear, she does kind of silly, stupid shit that's kind of funny.
Mm.
Like she thinks she's turning on the loudspeaker and her thing is happening, but it's the fucking music. So all you could hear is down by the sea. And all I could think of is Little Mermaid. So
Oh.
Under the sea.
that's under the sea. All these things.
We're throwing a lot of music references in here.
Yes. So then
Under the
Cillian Murphy is
boardwalk.
terrified because at this point the thing caught his leg and
Uh.
she's messing up and he's like, I'm gonna die. And then she dramatically takes her thing off and goes to the microphone and it takes a really long time to put her thing to the
Yeah.
microphone. Like Cillian really shit himself thinking that's it, he's gonna die.
Yeah, he locked the door and everything. He's like, I'm done.
Listen.
Just fucking do what you gotta do.
I would have
Leave.
too. I would have been like, ah, man. I say all these people die, like it's gonna be me, like, cause they really do them sad. They just stab, slide out, look at you, keep
Yeah.
it moving. Like, damn, you ain't even like carry my body, eat me, like
At least eat me.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I would
so
have just done like every time one of those came around, I'd be like,
really
Get a good pose just in case.
So then
I was fighting.
so then she figures it out. It makes a little noise. The thing's going bananas. And she takes a pipe that apparently fell off the ceiling somehow and stabs it in the head. But simultaneously, what's happening where her brother is, is he's got his head. I don't know why, but he was just listening to the music the whole time, like they're in this furnace
It was
waiting to die.
Relax and relax. You gotta relax.
So then he as they're being attacked by the thing with the one arm trying to reach them, stabs his mom in the leg, and he hears that crazy noise in the headphones, and he realizes, oh shit, they did it. Takes him way too long to go, shit, let me take this out of my headphones out.
I agree.
So that this thing hears it. Like he's like in shock for like, I don't know, a whole minute and a half maybe. Then he finally does it, and this is when he grows his final man testicles finally dropped.
The other one dropped.
So he finally gets brave, and he's holding it out in front of him, and he's like walking the thing back, and then he grabs the pistol, and he's like aims the pistol, and he shoots the thing, and he kills it, and ta-da, he's a man.
Yeah.
Nah, it really did. His mom even fucking cried.
Yeah.
I almost did too as a stepdad. I mean,
I'm telling John Krasinski. But at the same time, simultaneously, the deaf girl was doing the same thing. Like the whole time they split up, they did it back and forth.
Yeah.
So when the boy was doing that thing and shot the thing with the pistol, the girl was doing the same thing, but actually hit the thing with a pole in the head, and it like split the head open.
Yeah, she did
weirdly.
a savage.
Yeah, and she did step on his head and just like fuck it, take it back out. Like that was her weapon.
They
of choice
literally
now.
built her like. I'm gonna use
She was
this.
pretty badass.
They built like a quick reference. If anybody listens to this, ever play Last of Us 2, and you hate Abby, that's literally what this nigga's daughter was in this movie. Like she
Why
was
would
just
you care?
because she's like a butch ass girl. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what it is. Like that's
She
what,
wasn't that butch.
this
she
girl
was
was butch
chunky.
too. No, but I mean, like you could tell that she was like they look at her like, yo, you know she's savage.
Are you talking about she got retard strength? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying
Not
to
Deaf
say?
retard
people aren't
I'm
retards.
saying, like,
Marissa.
I'm saying like she was more manly. She was more into like
Okay.
nah, you just gotta accept the fact that she was like a manly ass nigga. Like she was trying to like she was holding out everything.
She was
holding
bad.
out
She was
every
bad.
and like but it's just a world of people out there that have like there's some people that don't want a female to be that.
Oh,
And then
okay.
if they look non like
Not-
sexual,
yeah.
then it yeah.
Because
that's
if they
what it
had
is,
like
yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer doing that shit, I'd be like,
Well,
bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll say this because I still say Emily Blunt is the badass woman
Yeah.
of the year.
Yeah.
Because not only again what happened in the last movie, I was just like, she's walking around like that. She took another one in a leg, like she got a calf
Yeah,
ripped
her leg
open.
She
was-
didn't
but
even
nah,
scream.
her leg
I
wasn't
know.
that bad. Her leg this time wasn't that bad compared to the first movie. Honestly,
Well, no, the first one was the nail in the foot.
the nail on the foot was the first one, but I'm saying like when she got scratched in this,
I don't know. Look
That
at
I
wasn't
don't know.
that
That
bad.
looked pretty deep.
And
That looked
looks-
pretty deep.
she's holding a baby, like all that shit. Like she is like the mom of the year.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
like she was tough as
she did a
fuck.
lot of shit. She was like honestly, when you really think about like when she left, like I was a little mad. I was like, oh, you gonna just drop this nigga's ring off, whatever.
Yeah,
But-
I know that. I don't know why she did that.
Like, it made no
Yo,
sense.
that shit pissed me
Yeah.
off. I'm like, why would you not keep the ring to remember him?
Yeah,
like, why are you gonna
like-
just put it there? Like,
but-
that's
You
so
have
stupid.
3 kids to remember him by.
Listen.
Like, let's be
But they
honest.
could die any day.
This
Okay,
goes
so
on.
what? You're gonna have a ring? Like, you're just gonna have a
Yeah,
ring?
because a ring is forever. It's not. It's not
And
that
going
was
nowhere.
that was a weird thing, but at the
until
same time,
it, you know.
geographically, it threw me off too. 'Cause I was like, y'all that close back to where y'all used to be.
That yeah, that's
Like,
Well, no, you're thinking that because you thought they traveled 467 days or some shit.
well, that's yeah. I mean, it honestly was hard to figure out how far they were actually away from shit.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because we're not in that world in a
Yeah.
sense that we don't know because it looked like it took
And
her.
apparently, they're in upstate New York. I figured that
that's
out
what
when
it,
she looked
it
at.
seems like. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the
No,
way they
because
had
when
New
she
York on
looked at the map,
yeah.
it said New York, so
Yeah.
they're in like upstate New York. somewhere.
Oh, but still, yeah. But no, I agree with you because it took her half a day to go get her medicine from the last place they just were, and apparently it took these people a day or two to get to
He
the
said
island.
2.5 days to get to,
Oh,
to the
yeah.
island.
So everything was just
Yeah. Overall, it wasn't a bad movie.
no.
There was things that were annoying about it, but it wasn't a bad movie. I think it was
Oh, it's Marissa's review.
Yeah.
I just think that the jump scares were out of hands.
Oh, God out
Out
of
of
here.
hand.
You mad because you got scared. I see
Yeah.
you jump.
She
I
jumped
know.
like
That's
that.
why I said
Fuck
they were out
that.
of hand.
She was. You were getting mad too because you were just
I was
like,
getting pissed.
oh. But this movie.
But maybe because I haven't watched the jump scare movie in a really long time,
You
and
know-
in a movie theater when it was like dead silent.
And that's what made. Well, no, I don't want to say that because people will get mad. No, because but I was gonna say it won't be really. I'll say it later. I'm like, that's what makes going to the movies again for such a long period of time
Yeah, it
a
makes
good
it.
thing.
better. Yeah, like that's
And
that's the best way I can say.
But I'll put it to you this
Like,
way: this movie was meant for jump scares because
Yeah.
they played
It's
with the no
silence
sound.
and-
Yeah,
they did it really well. I have to say that they did it really well.
You were just mad because you got scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm a little bitch. I'm sorry.
and that was fucking hilarious because I seen it too, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait for later.
But and I enjoyed seeing the creatures more. They didn't overly CGI them,
Nah,
so they
kept it
look
simple.
they fit into the scenery really well. I thought.
I kind of thought that. I think there was one scene that took me out. I don't know. Maybe it was just a monster that looked really like CGI when they were in the boiler room and he was
Uh-huh.
reaching in. I was like, damn,
because
it
they
looks
did
really
it, but
fake.
Yeah,
it was,
they
but
did
they
it
did it fast. Yeah,
Yeah, they did it
Since it
fast.
was fast,
But I
it
liked,
does come
but
off
I
like
liked
that,
how
yeah.
like they did the close up when the thing was trying to listen for stuff, and they
Mhm.
did like
Yeah,
a really
the-
close up
like
of
the
his
ear
ear.
canal, yeah.
Yeah. And saw how sensitive it was. Like
Yeah.
like that was kind of cool.
I like
And
that.
I liked, for the most part, I liked the story. The little boy, but I have to say his
If he was in
scream
Stranger
was
Things, he would be the weakest link.
yes. But I have to say his scream was like wow, this kid is really
That-
and like through his mother's hand, like, and it was just like that's when people like accidentally kill their child, you know, when they
I-
put their
Shut the
hand like
fuck
this.
up.
And that's
instead
one of the parts of the movie I dead thought he was gonna die. Like I was like, oh, she's gonna be like, fuck it, I can't save you
yeah.
I'm gonna kill
and
you.
leave, like just
That's
let
what
him
I thought.
die. Yeah, because
I
they
could-
have already went through his whole foot, like his leg shit.
yeah, if his
Like you're
foot
gonna
would've
bleed out.
broken-
Like
Yeah.
they didn't even have shit to stop what he had.
yeah,
So if he would have, like, you lose his foot, he's done.
yeah,
You're bleeding out, he's dead.
yeah.
That's it.
You
So
can't
let-
Herschel, you
Fuck
can't
it.
Herschel
Let the
him.
monster come and slap his face off,
Yeah,
and then keep it moving.
but I liked it. I have to say I enjoyed it. It wasn't
Yeah.
like I didn't roll my eyes half the time, and I didn't like. I enjoyed it. I think I would probably give it out of the movies that we've watched, it's gonna be high.
yeah. I was thinking the same
It
thing.
was gonna be high. It's gonna be high. It's gonna be like I want to say like a 9
Oh.
'Cause there's not that much that I
Mm.
had to complain about.
I like the
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
And you're
which
relating it not to every horror movie, but the horror movies we watched.
Yeah.
How
And
you
even
gonna
with
relate it
but
to
even with
every horror movie?
Conjuring pissed me off more than this movie did.
Yeah. Conjuring was worse than
Yeah,
this movie.
nah, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
you know what I mean? So I have
And
to give
I
it a
don't even
9.
think it's a movie experience aspect. I think it's just a movie in general.
Yeah, because I watched Conjuring in the movie theater, so
Yeah.
I have the same sort of frame of reference. So
So Andrew,
Andrew,
All right, I'm a little fucked up, but I guess I'll go into my review. Yeah, you should have. Basically, I thought the way it started is one, just to start this off, my whole breakdown. He'll tell you definitely because he knows the best. I'm like a fucking addict for post-apocalyptic anything.
Hmm.
I'm just waiting to
Did you
start
watch
back
the-
at zero. So
did you
I
start
could-
the Netflix?
what?
They have a new post-apocalyptic zombie show.
Nah, but I'll definitely check it out.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
So I'm already like a sucker for that. So I've been feeling to watch this more than The Conjuring 3. Going to watch it and seeing, like, I like how they started with day one. It gave a good aspect of the
Perspective.
characters. Yeah, like, oh, all right, this is what this is. This is this. Like, you've seen like there were small townspeople building up to what they are. Like, basically, I think having the father die was a major point in the first movie that threw me off because I didn't know how we were going to the second movie. What would they do?
Mm-hmm.
But not then it made sense when they start and they build up like, oh, this is his friend. This is somebody his right hand
Are you
man.
trying to say that they need a man to continue? That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I just wanted to make
Yeah.
make you say it.
Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm saying a man made it more of a certain aspect because she has a baby. She
Mhm,
just had the baby. It was
mhm.
less than 300 and something days ago, apparently.
Yeah, it was like
conversation we
literally like
had.
2 days.
Yes. So all of these things that are happening, they needed to build something else. Like there was no believable aspect to having those people survive after he died. So
Yeah.
the way that they explained it and
Especially the
got
way
to
that
it,
boy screams like a
Yeah,
little bitch
like,
anytime something scary happens.
they got to it in a smart way. Like one of the things, I was dead. I said I fucking enjoyed the movie.
Mhm.
I was like, oh my god, it's been a minute since I watched something that I want to go watch again after I watched it
Yeah.
because I fucking actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So whatchamacallit, I like how they built up everything. I like as a fan of the apocalypse shit. Once they went to the boat, like the yard, like the docks, I already knew. I was like, niggas are sleeping here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I already knew all of
I
these little
mean,
things. Yeah, like these were
If
these
that
are,
was me, I'd probably sleep on a boat too.
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like they
Yeah.
waiting there.
Yeah.
So everything's like a setup. I like it. Just looked right. Like I read already. Like I'm gonna go right to it. Like they're making a part 3 because the way the movie ended, it
Mm.
leaves with a
You've
opening.
read that they are making.
They're
a part
making a part 3 already. They
You're
already.
a
It's
fact.
confirmed. Yeah, it's
Facto.
confirmed.
Okay.
Like from was that Fandango? The
Ah,
movie made money. One,
Yeah.
when it came out, and two, it wasn't bad. Like, and there was a lot more. That's why, like, when they went to the island,
Mhm.
when they killed all those people, that left the opening of now there's multiple people. Now you have savages. You have people that are fucking weak that are just living because they were able to just get away,
Yeah.
just do shit. You're opening a whole world now.
Yeah.
The way he did it, he opened the whole fucking world.
Yeah. Because how many other islands are like that?
Yeah. That's
And
why,
like you said, maybe
yeah.
Puerto Rico's fine, maybe Dominican
Exactly.
Republic and Jamaica, Hawaii, all those islands.
Yeah,
are
but see,
fine.
the problem with those islands is supplies and the population on those
Well,
islands because they
this can go into what he was saying. I'll let him finish, but it goes into what he was saying.
Nah,
at the end.
it's just it opens up to a lot of shit. I thought that was a smart aspect to it.
and the fact that
Yeah.
the guy said you don't know how people have changed.
Exactly.
Mm.
It gives you a lot of different because this story doesn't have to necessarily stay with just you can literally make, let's say, 3 or maybe part 4 and make a movie based off of just how people changed and build a whole new family,
Yeah, but we
come
don't
off
want to
of,
see that.
you don't want it, but you still can use the monsters, but you use them in a different way.
Mm.
No,
There's
she-
always different creative ways
no.
to use it.
She's
you
saying
know?
that nobody wants to see another family. Like
All right,
we're
all right. If you don't-
invested in this.
but
No,
that's-
no,
but
no,
that- but
no,
if you
no.
don't
That's not what I'm
understand-
saying. I'm just saying like it can only go so far. Like the only thing I can like if
in
they
a
do,
apocalyptic world, you can't not only go so far. You can do a lot.
I wouldn't want to see more past a 3 because I like what are you gonna do? So there's this broadcasted sound that these creatures can are affected by. So either they're going to do where they adapt and now they're no longer affected
But-
and now we're
but
fucked
do
again,
you understand
or
that at
now
this- all right.
now that it's gonna be that it's gonna be more of like let's eradicate these creatures and how they're gonna organize themselves to
Hey,
eradicate
I'll
these
give you one
creatures.
movie alone right now. Can you tell me where these creatures come from?
No.
So that's one movie right there.
Oh my god, that would be so boring. So
How is that boring? That's part of the movie. Like they're gonna have certain shit to it, but at least we got like even this movie. When we watched the first movie, they went to the waterfall shit,
yeah,
and everything was kind. They were able to talk,
because of the running
but
water.
they didn't exactly. And what they do now in the next movie, they can't swim. They start. You learn.
You
each-
start flooding
You start,
shit.
but the thing is,
Oh,
like if
it
you
becomes-
learn,
it becomes water world.
but you gotta. But that's the whole shit. But if you learn,
Do it.
instead of giving like a
Kevin
lot
They
of
Costner.
they open dams everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything just fucking floods.
a lot of things now, which makes shit suck, is that you
Everybody
give
lives
everything.
on everybody lives on a riverboat.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like you give too much.
yeah.
Slow burn it.
Yeah.
He's doing slow burn. Like
Yeah.
you learn shit about the creature
Okay.
to a certain
All right.
like because you don't know if that's
But
made
honestly,
here. You don't know if it's
I
an
like-
alien.
I like shorter series because then you don't like
When
jump the shark. You don't get to
When
the
it
point.
comes to movies, yeah.
yeah.
But fucking we watched what 10 years of fucking Marvel movies.
But there is so much story that has to do. There's so many people. There's so many branches. There's
So why can't somebody do that creatively by himself, mindset wise?
because it's
No, why can't I be creatively alone, make a movie that was good, and then build a whole universe off of my own creation?
because Furious 9.
That
because
does-
Furious
no.
9. Because
But that I get what you're saying, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a fail.
You have the
No.
same situation happening over
Kill
and
Bill was
over
2
and over.
movies, and we want a third.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. When it's smaller groups of movies,
you
it
don't-
might
She's
work
not
better.
saying a third movie would be bad. She's
no,
saying
I'm saying
that
past the third
But
movie.
but using Fast and the Furious is not accurate because after the first movie, honestly, they were trash until you get to Fast 5. So you had to do a whole probably 3 movies to get
Alright.
to another good Fast and the Furious.
no. What she's saying
I-
is this:
alright.
you can only go so far with the concept before it gets out of hand. She's saying, not
Yeah.
that you can't go anywhere with it,
Right.
but like you said, okay, the third movie, they're starting to figure out what the fuck are they, where they come
Okay,
from.
You get-
another,
but it's like
another
little
good
things.
example.
You don't
no,
have
but,
to make it a
no,
whole.
but
No, no,
another
but
good
the-
example is the Resident Evils.
No, that was a bad
That's
example.
not gonna work neither because
Why?
those movies aren't accurate to anything.
Yeah.
What do you
The-
mean?
One, those movies sucked compared to the game, and 2, the movie sucked.
They're
Yeah.
just not good. They weren't
Like-
like
Like, if I would say,
Okay.
I'll give you a good one. Well, it wouldn't be a good example for him because he doesn't like any of the movies, but the first
Okay.
like John Wick, the concept of the first movie, fantastic. The
Yes.
action, fantastic.
Yes.
Then you get to the second one, you look at it
And-
because they did build a whole
Wait,
world.
Can I-
Wait.
real quick,
Go ahead.
because you said that's why I said those movies are fucking trash. Because the first movie was good because
Yeah.
it was basic. You didn't need 2 other movies. You ain't need Halle Berry in the third movie. That is overdoing pointless shit.
Okay, but see, this is where we're saying it.
Yeah.
Is overdoing pointless shit. Why
Yeah.
do you need to know where these? Not saying that it can't be done or good.
Yeah.
We're saying like, okay, say you do the third movie
yeah.
where these things came here.
You don't like closure?
It's not about closure.
Yeah.
It's about
To me, I
Okay.
got closure. Like I got closure
it's,
today.
it's all
like-
about the first one would have been closure to me.
Nah, the first one could have definitely been closure.
So-
yes.
yeah.
And it's the same thing with John Wick. I thought John Wick should have
I
stopped
don't.
at
Yeah,
one.
I don't
but-
need a nice, tidy little put a bow on it.
But the
ending.
fact of the
I don't
matter
need
is
that.
this, right? So you left this open world
Eh.
because, spoiler alert, the ending left it open like the last one did, where now they still didn't meet up, the 2 families or whatever. But anyway, the whole point is, yeah, you could do another movie and like maybe another group. Maybe it doesn't have to like you could show the family, but maybe it's a different group of people.
It's gonna
Yeah.
and they're doing
they're
some
always
other
gonna
different
create another
stuff.
group.
And
Yeah.
know,
will
it
they
could be-
will they blame the survivors? Will they blame them for bringing the thing over and like want to
Exactly.
kill
No,
them?
there's a lot. There's a
There's
lot
a
of
lot-
open things.
There's a
Right.
lot of open things.
So
you
I
could
don't see
do.
what is bad. I don't see bad. in
Because
any of it.
then it goes too far, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
It goes
But you're
from-
assuming that it's gonna
Wait.
go too far.
exactly because there's not a third movie. We're
There
saying,
is a third movie. It's gonna come.
we're not saying the third movie is going to be horrible. We're saying if it goes past that, it could eventually be horrible.
It could erode.
See,
Okay, look,
That's
look,
just
wait,
being
wait.
negative
Another
naturally.
good one. Another good
I don't-
one.
that's just being naturally negative. Honestly,
True.
Well, you're not a avid movie watcher, but
I'm not. But
Conjuring
makes
1
it
and
worse
2 were good. Why did the third one suck?
because
It's
you
the
chose
same
to say
shit
it,
over
so.
and over.
You chose
And they
to say it,
tried to
so.
do something different and it failed. So it's either one thing works, and if you keep people feel like okay, they take this concept
Okay,
and they do
good.
it over and over,
Yeah.
and then it works, but then it gets tiring because you're doing the concept over and over.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna take this concept and now let's throw it this way, and
Yeah.
no one likes it because it sucked because you try to do something
Yeah,
different.
you tried to push
that's
it too far.
Taking it.
But I do
Once
have,
again, you
I
said the
have
key
faith
word,
in
something
John
different.
Yes.
have faith in John
Let the fucking
Krasinski 'cause I
person who
think he has
created it keep
passion for
creating it.
No one's saying it's going to suck. We're
That
saying,
didn't happen with the Conjuring. The Conjuring. What's his name? The Chinese nigga, the Japanese
John,
dude.
He,
John
uh,
Win, Wu, and
yeah,
Ha
not
Ha,
John Woo.
whoever.
John Woo's another
What
one.
the fuck his name is?
What is his
He
name?
created the first 2 movies.
Yes.
You seen what it was. The third movie, you didn't like it. You had your feelings about it. Somebody else created it. If fucking John
Okay.
whatever the fuck his name is.
Krasinski, it's not that
Nah, I know. I just fucking being an ass.
But
Like
our-
if he keeps creating his movie and has his own plan, just like let's say Josh Whedon did with Avengers,
you're thinking
why does it fucking matter?
because,
Stop over assuming and thinking that the movie's gonna suck because it gets to a third movie,
Okay,
or
wait,
it gets
wait.
to a fourth movie,
Name-
or it gets to a fifth movie.
Name 4 movies in a row that were great. Any series of 4 movies in a row that were great.
I don't even like
Non-Marvel.
them.
Non-Marvel.
You know what? This will be a dick.
And Marvel was all directed by someone else. Joss Whedon is just the overseer.
But that's power.
Okay, John Krasinski, whatever his stupid name is, he's a director.
Harry
That
Potter.
doesn't mean anything. Yeah, Harry
Harry-
Potter got eventually better.
No,
It's
Harry
just that
Potter was
you
fire all the
didn't
way
watch
through.
it.
Harry
No,
Potter
it
fire
was
all the way
not
through.
fire all the way through.
Fire
There
all-
were some
The
misses
first
in there.
probably 3 movies suck dick until you get to the
Right, well,
4th one.
All the way through.
I'm
So
not
it's
gonna
kind
say
of
as far as suck dick, but they were
well,
kiddie
they
movies.
were kiddie movies because he was
Yeah.
really a kid. But at the same time, like you got to really understand once it get past a certain thing, because someone else is going to take it from him. So maybe the third
You
one
don't
will
think
be
it's
good.
you don't think it's your fault that you just have over expectation?
No, because it hasn't been proven to me to this point. Out of all the movies in fucking history, there hasn't been anything past the 3rd movie of the same director doing it that it was a great movie.
Transformers
Not
3
one.
wasn't bad.
What?
But it
What?
wasn't-
What blasphemy? Transformers was dick from the beginning.
So
from the
anyway,
beginning. Anyway,
give your stupid fucking
yeah,
review.
what's your rating? Give your
See,
fucking rating after you
The
piss us all off.
anger and the negativity is insane.
And the anger is not towards the movie; it's towards you.
because I said nothing wrong. I'm
Yeah,
just
he
saying.
just likes the controversy. It's okay.
I'm just saying, like, listen. At the end of
What
the
do you
day,
rate it? Shut up. What do you
you
rate
judge shit the wrong way, you're gonna be wrong.
it?
From a guy who doesn't watch any movies.
I watch movies that are good,
Yeah, okay. Okay,
but
go
listen,
ahead.
my shooting percentage, movie watching compared to yours, I watch better movies,
Only because we watch so many more.
Yeah,
we're gonna
because-
and that's all
we're
that
gonna
matters.
get shit.
That's all that matters.
So
to me.
then your percentage.
that's all
sucks.
that matters.
So it's like
So
Wait, all I
you-
gotta do is dunk the ball. If you're trying to shoot a jump shot, that's your fault.
No, that makes no damn sense. So
I was
basically,
gonna go baseball reference and you went basketball reference. I was gonna say if you go up to
Oh,
bat,
you want me to do
if you
baseball?
go up to bat 100 times and versus somebody goes up 1,000 times, that 1,000
No.
times you're gonna fuck up at least.
That's why I use basketball reference.
see, the reason why he didn't want to use that baseball reference is because he doesn't understand the movies that he thinks are great that he watched. He thinks that he
See,
only watched
Now
it.
he wants to be like, I only watch this. or
Yeah,
I
because
only watch rapper movies.
we watched
I only
we
do
watch all the
this.
movies plus the ones you said you watch.
Yeah.
We're tired. We understand these movies are good. We're trying to find something in the fucking rough of
Yeah.
shit,
We're searching for the needle in
Yes.
the haystack.
and
the
you're just going by
haystack's
You
what
are never
The
what
gonna
the
find.
haystack
masses
is-
say.
The
You know-
haystack is covered in
All right,
shit.
you
And
wanna
you-
know-
and we
no,
need-
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right
And
now.
you don't ever
Wait,
say
wait,
that we're
wait,
never
wait,
gonna
wait,
find
wait.
that because
Wait,
I
wait,
worked
no, no, no,
at
I'm
when
gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna tell you
I
right now.
worked
Yeah,
I worked at
Let me finish,
Blockbuster and it fucking happened.
Let me finish.
Wow, your voice cracks so hard right there.
You know who's gonna find the next blockbuster?
Who?
The person that fucking makes the next blockbuster. You're never gonna find it unless
What
you're
does
making
that
it yourself.
mean?
Oh.
All right.
You're never gonna find it.
So
That
you want to
doesn't
make a
mean-
movie? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no. He's saying this. He's saying that a video store, if someone he's taking it literal. When I worked at Blockbuster, the reason why I found hidden gems
He
is
gets
because
so delighted. He
I
gets so
took
tickled.
I watched movies that nobody was talking about and said these are good.
Yeah.
Now we have all these streaming services that I could do the same, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
You're just in this mindset if the fucking masses don't say this is great, and then to be
That's-
honest, I
that's
don't
all that
trust the
matters.
masses because everyone
They're all
says
stupid as fuck.
Hereditary was the
What
greatest movie
random
of all
movie
time.
have you watched that you told me to watch?
You don't watch any movies.
What random movie have you told me to watch that was a good movie? to
Grandma's
watch?
Boy. That was a random movie
One
that wasn't
Grandma's
big.
Boy I seen way before you told me to watch it.
I doubt it.
No, I
And
definitely did.
Running Scared. Running
Do not
Scared.
get me. Running Scared. I seen it because of a bitch.
Okay, so
Why do you gotta say it like that?
Because
This
she
is true.
deserves that.
Okay.
I like how we got on the same point.
No, I like how the blinking got me. He was like,
But
Like I don't. Like I'm just being honest about
Okay,
it.
but you're saying that you've seen these movies, right?
yes.
I've seen these movies. Those are diamonds in the rough.
No,
That
I'll
not the
give you
master
that.
say.
That
Okay,
I'll give you.
so
yes.
that is my fucking
Okay.
point.
Can we just get on with it? And
All right, you
you're
want me to
rating.
give you my number?
Yes, give
Nah, my shit dead ass is pretty much a 9 or between a 9 and a 10.
So 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I honestly like I will go watch the first one and then watch the second one
One
after.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
'cause
I
of the
watch-
continuity will be
I
kinda
like I
cool.
said, I'm a fan of when you do apocalypse shit smart, and I could be like, that's what I'm saying. Then
Yeah.
I'm in it. Like that's my shit.
I wonder,
Yeah.
did you ever watch the movie The Road?
I heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
Watch
I
it. That's a
haven't
poke
watched
about
it.
apocalyptic thing.
Yeah.
That's what from Liam Neeson, right? Or
No,
is
it
somebody
was-
else?
the guy from he's gonna be in such random movies that you've never
Yeah.
seen before.
I know it's
hard
somebody
to-
I've seen before,
Yeah,
but I just
he's
couldn't
gonna-
remember.
he's
Is it
gonna-
yeah.
Tom Jane? No,
I don't
not
know.
Tom
He's been
Jane.
in Lord of the Rings, but he had never seen that either.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's
Nah, I'll
okay.
definitely
Okay,
check
do you
it out.
remember the
Yeah.
movie with the where this guy he was part of a Russian mafia, but then he got out and he like had a brand
where
new
it's like he
family?
doesn't watch movies that people don't tell him to watch.
No, I watched none but gangster
What's the
movies.
name of that movie?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of
I
it.
don't know what
But that was a decent movie
Yes.
too.
movie.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
was a Russian gangster, and he got out of the game, had a whole new life, had a wife, had a kid, all this stuff, but then they pulled it back in.
Okay.
It
And
was
then
John
his-
Wick before John Wick.
Yeah, and then like his wife winds up finding out. There's a whole weird rape scene on the stairs. It was
Nah,
really
I
She
never-
weird.
wanted it. She didn't.
No,
it wasn't.
that-
That, I've never
rape
seen
scene.
One,
anything
it
with
wasn't a
scene
rape
on the
scene
set,
because
yeah.
one, she kissed him. Two, they were married,
Ugh.
and then
You
three,
can
she
still
was
have rape in
into
Okay,
it.
that was
whatever. Regardless,
all right.
irregardless,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's a great
so conf-
movie.
Yeah, I've never seen.
So
anything
anyway,
like
so
that. Yeah.
so the road is basically him and his son are traveling post-apocalyptically, and all this stuff starts to happen. It was
It's
a
like real.
book.
It's real people. It's like cannibals
Mhm.
and just fucked up,
Things that happen.
post-apocalyptic people.
Yeah,
So he's trying to like they're
it's
hunting
a heartbreaking.
rabbits.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
heartbreaking kind of
Nah,
thing.
that's my type of shit.
Yeah. So the road, look it up,
Yeah.
watch it, and
Smoke
let
a
us know what
blunt,
you think.
Watch that shit.
Yeah.
Probably cry. God damn, I can't.
Probably cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I just thought of what I had.
Okay. So anyway, so now Nikki, it's your turn. Give us your
Um,
synopsis.
I wanted
and-
to say an 8, but I think I'm gonna
No,
go a
you
9.
didn't give your opinion yet. You had to give your opinion.
Well,
first.
I was gonna. My rating is
You
a
could
9.
give a
but
rating and then
I-
break
yeah,
down.
bring
Okay,
it down
my
because I was
Bully?
going to
Your
give it.
podcast. Yo, Marissa's a bully on
I
that.
know she's
My
mad
fault.
aggressive today,
My fault.
but nah, I was gonna give it an 8, and see, this is the reason why I said it because
Mhm.
when we're talking about it and we're comparing it to all the other movies that we watch, a 10 I would say, but no, I'm saying the movies that we just watched
Yeah,
doing
but
the
it's still
podcast.
not perfect.
It's not
compared to-
perfect. Well, okay, yeah.
I mean, it does have its little flaw. That's why I was like in between
But-
because it's like
Yeah.
I was.
That's why I was gonna say 8 because I was trying to think it rating it overall.
Mm.
So and like movies in general, especially like recent movies, not just ones that we did a podcast on. But I looked at it and I was just like, yeah, there was a lot of movie mistakes, just because movies. But
That's gonna be our new thing because
what's up?
movies.
Because movies.
Nah, that's what I'm saying is because it's just movie shit. Nigga. Just
Yeah.
accept
but
it.
overall it was interesting because I think really it did keep me captivated through the whole thing. I laughed at a few spots, but I laughed because like the bear trap scene or the stabbing in the leg, because I was just like, that was fucking funny
good.
because it was a
Okay,
good movie.
so just for reference, we laugh at horror movies for certain things that are not really meant to be funny, but it's
Yeah.
what we find
It's
like, oh,
fucked up
that's
humor.
yeah, but almost like that was a cool thing. Like that was really cool that they did that. So like there are certain scenes where like I'm trying to think of an example, but I just remember there are certain times watching a horror movie and something will happen and I'll fucking die laughing and people
Mm.
around me are all like
Yeah.
and I'm like laughing my ass off, but it's just not because
And I get picked on for the shit I say.
but it's hard to explain because if you love movies and you know what's should happen
Yeah.
and when it finally does happen you kind of get giddy and you just
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah,
you know
because like I said, the leg scene to me,
Yeah.
I was just like,
that was smart.
fucking fantastic. Good
Yeah.
job. Take the rope off your neck, but good job. But I don't know. Like I said, I think I'll give it a 9 because I think, like you said, he's very rewatchable. Because I even think back to Conjuring 3, and I was just like, I don't even think I want to rewatch it. Like I seen
Yeah.
it, but the first 2 Conjurings I watched over and over.
Yeah.
Just like the Insidious
Yeah. 1 and 2.
movies, 1 and 2 were good. I give 3. I feel like 3 didn't get as
Which
much
one was
praise.
3?
Nah,
When
3
the girl
was
broke her legs. And
Oh,
she
3
I
was
liked
alright,
3.
but you know what it is like
It was
back
so,
to back of 1 and 2 was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Then 3 being so different,
yeah.
it was kind of threw up. But nah,
I liked it.
I went to Walmart and bought the 3-pack,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
used that.
But then
no, let me
after
stop.
that, it kind of fell off.
I used the 3-pack to GMAC.
But that's why I gave it a 9 because I was just like, no, to be honest, especially recently compared to all the shit that we watched and how rewatchable it is. Because
Yeah.
like you said, like once that shit comes out on a streaming service,
yeah.
I'm gonna watch back to back,
Yeah.
and it
And
was
I
really
think-
enjoyable.
I really think that if people were really smart about horrors, thrillers, whatever you want to call them, because this to me is not a horror movie. This is more of like a thriller / action film.
Yeah, nah. The only scary is when you jump.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I'm a little bitch. I'm sorry. So, but I think that doing things differently and finding smarter ways
Mhm.
to scare people, creep people out, make people uncomfortable. I think that's the thing. It's not so much scaring you, but making you feel
You
uncomfortable.
have to feel a certain way. That's what like when you do a post-apocalyptic shit, you have
Mhm.
to do that uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the lake scene with the girl and the
Yeah,
way they
'cause you
dressed her
Yeah.
and the way they made him watch
Yeah.
and the way that the reward was what he did.
Yeah.
That's why the stab in the leg, like you don't get the pop with the stab in the
Yes.
leg unless you get that awkward, like you
Oh,
fucking
you're gonna-
dirtbag.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then boom, you get
Oh, better yet,
Yes,
I'm just
like-
gonna make you suffer.
yeah.
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 So,
So-
that's
no,
So
what it
I
is.
think and being a mom, like you just kept thinking about what I would do in her situation. You know what I mean? Like you won't know unless you're a parent what it's like to see your child in pain
Mhm.
and not being able to help them and
Yeah.
having to make really hard decisions
Yeah.
of like
You might die. Like,
he might die and what do I have to do to make him not die?
yeah.
And what am I willing to sacrifice? And then also having a small, and I told Nikki this on the way home. I don't understand with such a small baby, they shit and need to eat fucking constantly.
Because they're small, everything is small, it goes through quick.
Right. But what I'm saying is you don't ever see her changing diaper. You never see her pop out
But I
a
don't think
titty.
we
You don't
needed
have to
see that though.
you
I,
but
yeah, I
at the
don't.
same time, it was just like
I feel like that's like the safe mode. Like if you were playing a video game, which you would save and change the diaper.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
because you
We
gotta
know
think
that
about
it's
it,
there. Yeah.
how the movie was too.
No,
You don't
but
really
that
know the
e-
time.
but even logistically, it's like they had no clean water. They had nothing. It's not like she packed fucking diapers. Like
Technically, you can't really say that, especially after what we've seen happen in the movie. You don't know what they had water wise because they had a whole faucet thing. There.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And
so-
that was the other thing too. I was like, when they showed like a dripping faucet, and I'm like, why is nobody filling containers right now? Because I know me, and I'm like, shit, that's water, and that's probably clean water, and it's running water. Like,
They never
let's
said
fucking
the,
fill it. Like, they never did survivally things.
but because they never explained things to do survivally. They never said you can't drink the water.
yeah.
They never said you
No,
can't
but
do
what
this,
I'm saying
can't
is
do that.
you never saw them go on like trips to go get stuff, to go find
But
stuff.
you didn't need
or-
that. This movie is jam packed.
There's a lot of shit in the
You know what I'm
movie.
saying? Like, I
Like
understand
you
what
want
you're
like
saying.
like a scavenger hunt type shit.
Yeah.
No,
like,
not
and
that, but like you need shit, and
But
like
she
the
did-
risk is to
That's
go.
but she
the
went
train
out-
part. That was
Yeah.
the train scene.
That,
the
no,
train-
not even
no.
just the train scene.
And the
but
other,
when-
yeah,
Yeah,
when
the
she went
pharmacy
to get the-
scene, right.
So you
But
get
I'm
a little
saying
bit
in
of
the
that.
first movie they really didn't do that either, though.
I feel like Marissa really wants to say this is a 6 or a 7. 'cause
No.
She keeps pointing out shit, and I'm like, why I gotta fight with her?
Yeah.
No, I enjoy the movie. It's just certain things. I guess I want
If-
too much.
if
I'm
this-
asking too much. I'm sorry.
If this was a series, then I'd be like, yeah, that would be a nice episode. You go out and they have to fight monsters scavenging like Walking Dead did. But in the movie, it was just like, yo, it was nonstop goodness to
Yeah.
me in the sense that, like, especially to me, the opening scene, I was just like, when they showed the past,
Yeah.
I'm so happy they didn't do the past. Now we're going to present, back to past to present. It was
Oh yeah.
just
Yeah.
this is how the shit happened. And then you get to see, I think the only mess up was that like John figured it out right away.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was the only mess up with that scene. But think about it, like I think there was another point of laugh when he was just like, the daughter was going after the mom, and and then he was just like, nope. And then I was just like,
Oh, that was
damn,
yeah,
he
that's
didn't even
true. That's
he
the
didn't
other
even
thing,
fucking
like,
go back to save her and the sons. Like he was
Oh,
just like,
nah,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah.
to.
he was
In that
just like, no.
scenario, no, in that
Yeah.
scenario, because I was thinking the same shit, but I was
Yeah.
thought about it, and the way it happened, you had to do that. You had to take what you have, break
And
it
go.
down, relax with it,
Yeah.
and let it rock. Because you
Yeah, because
panicking
there
and trying to
was-
do too much,
Yeah.
you're gonna kill all of y'all.
Well,
honestly.
because that's true. Because I thought the same thing. It's like, first of all, okay, so the truck won't start, right? And the mom is already in the car with her kids, and they're going down the road, and she passes her husband's truck. Now I know that if I see my husband's car, I could spot that shit a mile away. There's
yeah,
a
you
bunch-
always know certain things about the car. Yeah,
Right. So she's going, and it takes her son to go, there's daddy's car. Like, if I would have seen Angelo still parked on the side of the road, I would have stopped him and like, what the fuck are you doing? Get it, like, just get in at this point. But she just goes, and I'm just like, what the fuck is she doing? And then like this whole shit happens. She gets into an accident. They go running after her, but one of the things comes in between them, kind of, and they just fucking dip out. And I'm like, I don't know if I could have done that. It was a smart move. I'm not saying it was not a dumb move. It was a smart move. I'm just saying I don't know if I could have done that.
That's the one thing I took about.
I don't think I
two
could have
things
done
I took
Not
about the first
saying-
one, but
Nah, easy. I mean, you just got to do what you got to like. Where she's positioned, the way everything was breaking down, there's no way you're.
And I would
You're
have liked
not
to have
saving
seen. I would have
anybody.
liked to have seen how they reconnected.
Yeah,
like,
like,
how the fuck did
That
she?
part I was hoping for. I'll
Yeah.
agree with that. And then like when you look at it, like everything, the kid was in a car seat.
Yeah.
There was just too much. Like
Was
you
he
can't.
retarded too?
I think he probably was.
what the
youngest.
smallest one that
Yeah.
died in the first one?
Yeah.
I don't
if
think it was
special needs or
retarded.
something.
They didn't really
Like, they-
explain him. They just
But
let
he
him.
just was
And
like,
Marissa, don't say retarded too. Nobody was retarded.
sorry.
Wait, yeah, nobody is retarded. in this
Anybody
movie.
with disabilities retarded
Like,
to my
that's
sister.
fucking-
Apparently.
that little-
I'm sorry.
That girl mad smart. Like she dead ass was a savage in this shit.
No, she was
Nah,
awesome. She was
but
definitely awesome.
And I would say I almost was mad about the ending, but I was just like, nah, they're gonna make a third one. Like I already knew because that's how they ended the last
First one,
one.
yeah.
It was just kind of like she had the baby, the father died. Let's get together, get the hell out of this house. So
Yeah.
I can't be mad about
Oh,
that.
I have to just go back real quick before we finish. You had a theory on the aliens.
Oh yeah. You said that you
Remember,
had a theory.
I said I don't understand. They're not eating them. They're not like. And then you said, "Oh, I'll get to that."
Yeah, you did.
Ah shit, I completely forgot what it was.
Oh god damn it! That could have been interesting.
Fucking weedhead.
That's
That's
that could have
definitely
made
not
our
what you
fucking video pop. This theory. Oh man.
Listen, my theories.
You failed.
I'll explain it whenever I fucking remember. Because
It's not
it's
gonna
hard. Because
matter.
I had a lot of little breakdowns because it was just a little like in my head. I'm trying to remember, but right now it's not there. But it does have to do with the commonality of like from Stranger Things to playing Last of Us to watching this and how common these monsters are all being connected.
Yeah.
I really starting to feel like Area 51 is real shit. Because this is like OD.
Oh.
Like if you already hear like from the what they call them clickers and Last of Us, they make the clicking noise in this movie. They open up just like Demogorgons.
Oh yeah.
They
the head.
react the same way Demogorgons react to sound.
So
Everything
but
clickers
they-
react to sound.
so
Like so.
Oh, you think something leaked out and somebody in
They're
Hollywood
taking-
got information
and
about how
somebody's
aliens really
using
are
it
and
because
trying to
there's too much
prepare us
common
for the
shit.
end of the
they've
world?
they've
Too much,
already
too much.
they've already
You heard it here
acknowledged.
first.
Yeah.
No, they've already acknowledged that there's aliens. They've already acknowledged.
No,
it.
they acknowledge UFOs, not
They
yet.
didn't say the monster
Hence,
is
aliens.
this. Nah,
It's aliens.
you
No.
can have a plane with nobody in it. It's called fucking-
drones?
Yeah,
No, it's
technology.
unidentified flying objects, so
Yeah.
they don't know what it
and that
is.
too. Because
It
like
could
there
be
was something in
anything.
LA recently.
That's why they get away with it.
Mhm.
They didn't say Area 51 has alien ships and alien people
There's
in it.
aliens. We can't be the only ones.
No, we're not the only ones.
and
That's
we're
stupid.
probably like
But-
the Alabama of.
I'm just
like,
letting y'all know right now. If you make a sound by me, I'm shooting you and running. You're
If
dying and I'm out.
if you make the clicky sound, is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying no. If you're stupid and you're doing like, and this is me who I have a rosary tattooed on me. If you're saying that our Father, wow, everybody is quiet, motherfucker, you're dying. I'm letting everybody
Oh.
die who is stupid. That yo, the first, I don't give a fuck. Even if you don't know that it's sound related, why would you make noise if you're getting attacked by something? You don't want it to find you.
That's funny.
Making
'cause
noise
I could
is just in
imagine
general.
John cover the guy's mouth. I could just Andrew be like,
I'm pop. Like, yo, you say one more word, you the body that we
Yeah, but
sacrificing.
your voice would be booming more than his
Exactly.
Our Father.
No, because I'm gonna whisper that shit. Trust
Yeah,
me.
but still,
got-
the
I got-
bass
you don't
in
even
your
know how to.
voice-
He didn't know how to whisper. He would have to tell somebody else.
You wanna,
Yeah, I got a sign language to
you want him
you.
to whisper in voice, nigga? I talk to my teeth, nigga.
Yeah, Andrew would die first in this scenario.
Yes, he could not be quiet.
Nah,
Because
I
he would
would
go
go-
like this. He'd be like, ow.
Like, the fuck was that? Like, ah, shit.
Shit. But yeah, that's our review of the movie. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought we were about to get in some alien conspiracy, but that's for
Nah,
another day.
that's not me. I'm really talking. If anything, we bring up alien conspiracy, we need a couple of alien conspiracy people here because I don't really go that deep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could care less.
But there
By
are
the
things
time they
out
land,
there.
I'll be dead.
There are
Nah.
things out there. They just didn't land here. I
They
don't
bring me
believe
back
that.
to life, y'all.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the movie. Go to movie theaters and watch it because it is a
Yes,
good movie
very
theater
good.
movie. Like, subscribe, follow, and share
And
all our videos.
Also, more suggestions. We need suggestions.
Yes, post them in the comments. Things that are good. I don't want crappy movies, please. I'm tired of crappy movies. It's
No,
wasting my life.
It's your fault. Nigga. Just listen to the movies I pick. We'll be
So
fine.
you still
that
haven't picked
that
the movie for
everybody's
us.
seen.
I picked
He
the
picked
movie.
funny games.
Yeah. I picked the movie with the click part where you rewind, fast forward, all of that shit.
Alright.
See, at least my movie had killing and comedy at the same time.
that I seen at Blockbuster because it was an underrated
It's not
movie.
my fault your ass fucking worked at a job that you could watch movies for fucking 6 hours, nigga. Like,
All right, goodbye, everybody.
fucking, I'm a fucking chef technically because I work at supermarkets, nigga, and I cut fish open. Like, it should make no goddamn sense. Fuck your movie logic, nigga.